Let's talk about a bill now that would designate the Blackwell School in Marfa, Texas as a National Historic Site. It has now passed another hurdle. It was approved by both the Senate and the House in Washington, and it's now headed to the president's desk for his signature. The National Parks Conservation Association says this would make Blackwell one of the few sites to commemorate the experiences of Latino Americans before the Civil Rights era. Our Rebecca Lopez got a chance to speak to some former Blackwell students last year, and she shows us this afternoon a story about racism, but also about redemption.
It's really nice to go back and look at all these memories.
Those were my golden years.
They came to remember
No problems, no taxes, no have to work, no nothing.
their childhood,
That's me.
their classmates,
And that was Paco Emmanuel Marquez.
Manuel Aguirre was a good football player.
Oh yeah, I had Mrs. Wallet.
the games they played.
This was our basketball team.
Were you guys good?
Of course we were good. Blackwell was always good.
The memories in this school,
This is a good school.
and never forget.
Even though it was all just Hispanic people or just us, we never really missed anybody else.
The former students of Blackwell Elementary School in Marfa want people to know their history.
It's been done, it was done, and we lived through it.
The three-room schoolhouse was built in 1909.
That's the way it was.
And while there were no laws specifically separating children of Mexican descent, Blackwell Elementary was segregated and only attended by Mexican-American children.
I am right there
Mario Rivera and his wife Alice both attended Blackwell in the 1950s.
because when we came here into Blackwell, I didn't know we were segregated. Nobody told me. I didn't even know what the word meant.
It was the way of life for Mexican-Americans back then.
Well, in society, you learn at a young age to stay away from where you were not wanted.
Jesse Silva says racism was everywhere.
That's where I learned about racism, here in Marfa.
Jesse recalls the day they had a funeral for the Spanish language. The students had to write on a piece of paper, "I will never speak Spanish again," and put it in a little coffin.
So they got that little box, they put it in the earth, and they covered it up. So it was a mock funeral. From then on, anyone speaking Spanish would get punished. Discipline started immediately.
Felt personal.
Gretel Inc. is the president of the Blackwell Elementary Alliance, a group working to save the school. She says one of the teachers wanted students to become fluent in English, so she held the funeral to ban the language.
So many kids only spoke Spanish at home, and they felt like they were being denied their heritage.
At a reunion decades later, the former students unearthed Mr. Spanish, the coffin that was used. They did it to reclaim their voice. Leo Salgado was among them.
The way it was back then, and I don't care how you look at it, it's still history.
Leo was among the first former students to begin restoring the old school, which shut down in 1965.
Yeah, Leonel Salgado, third grade, 1944.
Even donating some of his personal items, including one of his report cards.
And we want them to know that it did exist.
Gretel says the school is named after longtime principal Jesse Blackwell. The former Blackwell students are now pushing Congress to make this a landmark. There are bills in the U.S. Senate and House this session to make Blackwell Elementary a National Historical Site.
It not only tells the story of segregated education, but it's also a door into all of the ways that Hispanic, Latino people in America, Mexican Americans specifically here in Texas, have been discriminated against, have been segregated for as long as this has been America.
Marfa is now a thriving tourist destination for people from all walks of life, many not realizing the struggles and the stories of Mexican Americans, a history worth learning, but never repeating. In Marfa, I'm Rebecca Lopez.